death's command. His armor rusts with every sin, yet still he fights, he cannot win. For ghosts don't rest, and neither shall he. A wraith of war, eternally free. When bells of ruin toll the sky, you'll hear his hoarse and battle cry. One soul to save, one an oath to keep. The phantom crusader shall never sleep. When bells of ruin toll the sky, you'll hear his hoarse and battle cry. Beneath the hills where time decays, the keepers guard the hidden ways. With iron masks and silent breath, they stand between the world and death. 1,000 years they've watched the seal, where shadows claw and fate is real. The gate of night must not arise. Let stars fall dark from screaming skies. Keepers of the obsidian where cursed eyes forever sleep. The keepers fall, but still they cry. To guard the world, we bleed and die. In the cliffs above the storm-torn sea, an iron keep stands silently. Its halls once roared with feasts and flame, now whispers haunt each ancient name. The king was slain by blood-stained hands, his soul enchained in iron bands. Each knight who swore an oath that day now walks the night a shade of gray. Ghosts of the Iron Keep arise, wailing under moonlit skies. Bound by steel and broken vows, they march again with hollow brows. A lone child enters, drawn by lore, unlocks the gate, the spirits roar. The curse will break or doom shall grow. The past demands the debt they owe. So burn a torch, but don't look back. The keep is cold, the walls are black. They guard the crown, they guard their shame, forever trapped inside the flame. So burn a torch, but don't look back. The keep is cold, the walls are black. They guard the crown, they guard their shame, forever trapped inside the flame. Ghosts of the Iron Keep arise, wailing under moonlit skies. Bound by steel and broken vows, they march again with hollow brows. this chaos in. Now serpents crawl through mind and skin. The prophecy begins within. Final. When rivers boil has left the plain. Only the bold and damned remain. The rebel cries beneath the moon, a song of fate, a fatal tune. When dark is near, with hollow eyes and blades of mist, they hunt the names the gods dismissed. Their realm erased from book and stone, they wander cursed and all alone. Once kings and queens of shadowed grace, now bound by rage they can't replace. Waves of the forgotten realm, no helm can guard, no hand can helm. They rise when prayers have lost their light, to drown the world in endless night. One child dreams the ancient name and brings them back through blood and flame. Now destiny begins to twist, a world devoured by creeping mist. Final. So guard your sleep and lock your mind, for they return to curse mankind. A realm once lost now breathes once more, with wraiths that knock on every door. Waves of the forgotten realm, no helm can guard, no hand can helm. They rise when prayers have lost their light, to drown the world in endless night. Waves of the forgotten realm, no helm can guard, no hand can helm. They rise when prayers have lost their light, to drown the world in endless night. So guard your sleep and lock your mind, for they return to curse mankind. A realm once lost now breathes once more, with wraiths that knock on every door. Waves of the forgotten realm, no helm can guard, no hand can helm. They rise when prayers have lost their light, to drown the world in endless night. from lands where death won't die, a knight who walks and does not cry, his face concealed, his name erased by gods who feared the truth he faced. He carries pain in steel and fire, a cursed blade of lost empire. Each soul he slays feeds ancient hate, a prisoner of his own fate. The night in the hollow mass shall ride through haunted plains where kings have lied. His oath was forged in blackest flame. Now all shall kneel and speak his name. Winds remember, the trees still speak of tales the bold no longer seek. But when the stars begin to fall, he'll rise again to heed the call. Final. His shadow grows as twilight nears, a night of silence, dread, and tears. No rest for those who've sworn too deep. The hollow mask shall never sleep. The night in the hollow mask shall ride through haunted plains where kings have lied. His oath was forged in blackest flame. Now all shall kneel and speak his name. The night in the hollow mass shall ride through haunted plains where kings have lied. On ash-stained hills where heroes fell, a black banner began to swell, raised by hands that knew no king. It called the lost to rise and sing. From crypt and cell, from broken land, they marched as one, a rebel band, with ancient drums and sharpened fate. They stormed the walls of heaven's gates. Black banner rising in the storm, a creed reborn. The tyrants shook, their towers cracked, as midnight armies staged attack. No mercy sworn, no deals were made, just burning crowns and debt repaid. Now legends bloom from blood-soaked ground, of banners raised where none were found. Their oath was steel, their wrath was wise. The banner flies where freedom dies. Now legends bloom from blood-soaked ground, of banners raised where none were found. Their oath was steel, their wrath was wise. The banner flies where freedom dies.